Okay, just to orient, I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but along this front edge of the model is Portola Road. So this whole site is about 11 acres. It was the old site of the Portola Valley School, which the buildings used to sit about where this new baseball field is going to sit. And they were sitting right on top of the San Andreas Fault. So the buildings got moved to the west side of the fault. And really, after initial descriptions of, or looking at what they wanted, the town decided to leave the soccer field where it was, which left us really this corner of the site to put the main buildings in. Turns out it's a great spot for the buildings because they're tucked in against some tall redwoods, some tall trees on this side, some major oaks on the back. So they sort of blend into a corner the trees really hold them. So the first building, when you come in the entrance off of Portola Road here, is the library, which is sort of seen as the town living room, the town center in a sense. It's where the public goes. Large library that's about twice the size of the existing one, about 6,000, 7,000 square feet. And then this building's the town hall, where the city staff is and the permit center is and all that. And then there's a community center that's got a couple of large performance rooms and a couple of classrooms and a catering kitchen for events and things. So this replaces a lot of the public events they had on the site. All of the buildings open off of a central town plaza. So the entrances open with these upturned roofs. The roofs always turn up at the entrances to sort of mark the entrances. So you come in from the circle, and you've got the library on one side, the town hall, and then back a little further is the community hall. The town center then opens out onto a large grassy area that flows out towards the east and towards the other redwood grove, which is right here. And then there's a swath of native open space that sort of runs all the way across the front of the site along Portola Road. So as you look into the site, you're looking across native plants, which was something they also felt was really important. We actually took out a lot of paving. The whole center of the site with the buildings and all the asphalt around them was paved. And we have a much smaller area of pavement now. And then on this side of the site is the sports field. So we've got the existing soccer field, which gets upgraded. We've got a new baseball field, which is way more closer to regulation size than what they used to have over in this corner. And then tennis courts back in the corner, and then maintenance facilities. So the maintenance yard and the maintenance building for the staff sit on this side of the site. We're sitting in this building right here, which is the historic schoolhouse on the property. There's going to be a new little restroom built next to it, and then a children's playground tucked right behind it. So the children's playground in the old site used to be by this redwood grove. We're now putting it by this redwood grove. The kids like playing in the redwoods, so we're giving them a piece of that redwood grove and play equipment. I mean, the early design moves were set a long time ago, where the athletic fields went, where the buildings went. But actually, about a year and a half ago in the fall, a group of residents came in and said, we're not really sure about this design. And they'd come in kind of late in the process, and we were at first a little irritated that, why didn't you come in earlier? But they actually asked some really good questions about why are you building these. We had 4 buildings originally in that corner instead of 3. And they started asking questions about it, and we took another look at it, and the project is a result of that input, and it got better with that input. So there was relief, but it's always, we're building this project, and we're still looking at how to make it better. The town sort of asked us to keep looking for more ways to make it a greener project, even as it's being built. So I think that, to me, that's really exciting, because most clients, once it's set, they don't want you to change anything because it might cost them a few bucks. And this town has said, what's most important to us is that this be as good a project for the town and as green a project as we can make it. And that's a pretty impressive group to work with, actually.
Town Center is still on schedule and on budget, which is pretty amazing for a $20 million project. Actually, it's under budget. So it's doing really well. Of course, we don't know how much rain there's going to be. That's the only thing that could hold us back. I don't take ownership of the Town Center project. I think it's a collaborative effort, and really, to give credit where credit's due, Ted is the point guy on the Town Center project. CR, the construction manager, is unbelievable about just doing this value engineering, looking at everything, trying to figure out more creative ways to do things. Howard on our staff, Howard Young, is fabulous at that. I think the architect is really gifted, Larry Strain. I think we've just been blessed with an amazing group of people. One of the values of our founding fathers was to preserve the open space, be stewards of the land, conserve, put forth a style of government that's more volunteer, to kind of tap into our volunteer community spirit. So now that green has become not just sort of hip and cool, but necessary because of climate change and global warming, we're perfectly poised to take a leadership role there. What I hope for the coming year in Portola Valley is that we have more. I hope that the green movement, we have a working group that's working on a green point system for new building and remodels, and we're hoping to get that to the council July 1 of '08. They're also looking at some different processes, such as trying to group together construction deliveries and things like that. Well, I hope that all this environmental climate change work is the organizing principle to do more community events in Portola Valley, such as our Creek Party, which was kind of like a down-home potluck party in a barn. I would love to see quilting groups and more pie baking and a farmer's market at the new Town Center project. I think people are really hungry for that, and that's kind of the spirit with which I would like to do my year as mayor. That's my hope, that we as a community, will sort of get back to working together and doing things that are fun and that are not just about building and fighting things. There's a guy on the Climate Protection Task Force named Stefan Unosh, and he said to me, I wish the town was about more than just buildings. I wish it was about people. And I thought, yeah, hello. Yeah, the town is people. That should be about people.